guys, welcome to today's Big Brother 19 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Douglas Vonada? Yes. Douglas, thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it. And I hope you're enjoying watching the whole House Alliance eat itself alive because it's really fun now. So anyway, thanks again for your support. And if you guys want to be house guest of the day, we still got a little bit of game left. Check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Wow. What a night last night. I'm still like from the news that there's going to be a celebrity Big Brother this winter. And I guess, yeah, they had a double eviction last night too. It was pretty crazy. Jason and Raven went home. Those reactions though, from Jason especially, wow. So if you want to hear more thoughts on the double eviction and celebrity Big Brother, make sure you check out last night's episode chat. But let's talk about what's going on in the house. So the feeds came back after the show, and Alex was talking to Christmas in the Rose bedroom. Now, I hate calling people dumb because I feel like that's really mean. But Alex, what are you doing? I can't believe she freaking went after Kevin and Raven in the double eviction when it was so obvious that Christmas, Josh, Paul, hello, whatever. But anyway, she's telling Christmas that she does not want to play a tit-for-tat game, but she wants Kevin out for personal reasons. So she's like, Christmas, I'm not going after you. We're good. It's fine. I understand. But Kevin, he can go. So Christmas is saying, yeah, I'm down for that. So then they're like, let's go find the boys. So they go to the Apple Lounge to chat with Josh and Paul. But before they join, Josh and Paul are talking alone. And Paul's telling Josh, all right, you ready? You're going to win this next HOH, right? Because Paul wants to be able to compete in the final 4 HOH. So he can't do that if he wins this next one. So Josh is like, my heart is broken. I don't want to take out Alex. And Paul's like, well, suck it up because we're doing that. So they thank each other for being a friend. No, they thank each other for having each other's backs throughout the game. Ugh. And then Alex comes in and she's like, so who launched the plan to get rid of Jason this week? And Josh, he's blaming it on Kevin. He's like, well, Kevin's been in everyone's ear. It was like a last-minute decision. Oh my God, Kevin hasn't talked to anyone in like weeks. So he's saying, you know, Alex, I had to make a game move because Jason would have clipped me eventually. I knew that he was loyal to you and Paul, so I had to make a move here. I'm sorry. And Paul is still acting like he was not involved in this in front of Alex. He's like, oh man, I can't believe I would have gone home this week if I didn't win the veto. That's effed up. And Jason, what's the freaking name? Josh is just like, what are you talking about? I don't think he wants to keep up this charade anymore, but Alex is like, oh my God, I know. So then Christmas comes in, and Paul is saying, now Paul's got to explain why him and Josh are not, I can't say Josh today. He's got to explain why him and Josh are not at each other's throats right now, because remember that whole fake fight that happened during the double eviction? They got to explain this to Alex. So he's like, oh, Josh and I are going to be cool because we have a common target now. He's implying that it's Kevin, but it's actually Alex. So, I mean, this is all to fool Alex. They want to make her feel safe so she doesn't try as hard in the veto competition this week. So then Alex is saying, guys, just tell me if you're going to backdoor me because I don't want to cry on TV. Well, there's no more backdooring because everybody plays the veto, so you don't technically have to worry about that. But she means, tell me if I'm going to be going home this week. So then Alex leaves, and Christmas asks, who was the vote? And she's referring to the vote against Kevin instead of Raven during the second part of the double eviction. Apparently Josh did not get clearance for that before he went ahead and did it. So Josh is like, it was me. He says he wants Kevin out. And Christmas is pissed, but Paul is like, it's fine. He did it for his game. It's fine. Sorry, I'm trying to hold a yawn. So then Alex comes back in, Paul leaves, so it's Alex, Christmas, and Josh still in the Apple Lounge, and Christmas is like, Alex, I really appreciate you understanding my move this week. And Alex is again like, yeah, it's fine, I get it, it's a game, Do you think she really feels that way, or she's just saying that because she doesn't want her ass to go out next? I don't know, I need to see some DRs. So she's like, again, just tell me if I'm going this week, and she's saying that she wants Kevin out, and then we actually see something really rare. We see Alex crying. All season she's been like, I don't like seeing people cry. But now she's crying. She's upset that Jason didn't hug her on the way out. She's worried that he thinks that she was involved in that because he left quite abruptly and with a lot of anger. So she's like, I hope he doesn't think that. She says, if either of you go to jury, please let Jason know, you know, I wasn't in on that. Alright, don't worry, you can tell him yourself. So then, I just want to note too, during this whole conversation, she's freaking drinking soda out of like a 2-liter bottle. Okay, so then Paul stops in the money bedroom to talk to Kevin for a second, and Kevin is not happy about the way people have been treating him lately. I agree, it's messed up. So Paul tells him, just keep being quiet, act like you don't know what's going on. Shouldn't be too hard, because nobody tells Kevin anything anymore except to shut up. So again, Paul's like, just be quiet. He also tells Kevin to throw the HOH this week. So Kevin is like, well, who's going up though? Me again? And Paul's like, maybe. Yes. And then Kevin's like, with who? Alex? Paul nods and tells him, don't F it up, you know, keep your trap shut. So then Josh and Christmas are alone in the Apple Lounge, and Josh again is saying he wanted Kevin out. I guess Alex talked to him before the power veto ceremony and was like, don't use it, I want Kevin out. And Josh was going to go ahead and try to fulfill that. So Christmas is like, that was not the plan. You can't go rogue on the plan like that. She's pissed. So Josh says he, meaning Paul, has Kevin. So then I guess he wanted to take out one of Paul's minions. So Paul comes back. And he's like, guys, guess what? I've already convinced Kevin to throw the HOH competition, which means it'll just be the 3 of us playing, because Alex is not eligible to compete. She won the last HOH. So at this point, Josh is kind of pissed, because he thinks that one of them told Kevin the plan last week, and Christmas is freaking livid when she hears this. She actually threw something at Josh. I think it was like her water bottle or something. And she starts angry whispering, and she's like, no one effing told Kevin the effing plan, and blah, blah, blah. He was just speculating, blah. So, Christmas and Paul both tell Josh, do not question the team. Great team. So then Paul presents the plan for this week. He would like to see Josh win the HOH, put up Alex and Kevin on the block, and then Paul is, he's thinking it's going to be BB Comics for the veto this week. He says, you know, this is one of the last veto comps. They're not going to not do BB Comics. So he thinks it's going to be that. He feels like he'll win that, and if he does, he's going to keep the nominations the same. And then they vote out Alex, and he says the blood will be spread evenly. Will it, though? I don't know about that. So Josh is like, yeah, okay, that's great and all, except I really want us to tell Alex right after the power veto that she's going. You know, I want each of us to go to her and tell her. And they're all like, yeah, okay, whatever. We'll see. You saw what happened last week when Josh wanted to tell Jason that he was going home, and he just never ended up doing it. You can tell by Jason's reaction. But anyway, Paul is saying, worst case scenario, Alex wins the power veto this week, and we will still have the votes to take out Kevin. It's fine, just as long as it's not one of us. So then Kevin walks by the room, the door is closed, and Josh has a freaking heart attack. He's just like, I can't freaking stand that little bitch, blah, blah, blah. What the actual F? He just walked by the door. What did he do to you? It's like insane. He just pins everything on Kevin, and Kevin did nothing. It's crazy. So then Alex and Paul were in the storage room, and they were getting Raven's suitcase to pack up her stuff, because they didn't know it was double eviction. That really sucks to be the second one to go on the double eviction. Ooh, and then you don't even have your stuff ready to go. So Paul is telling Alex, I would have been evicted this week if I didn't win the veto. And Alex is like, yeah, I believe you. You and Jason were the only people I trusted, so now you are the only person that I trust now. Holy shit. Wake up, Alex! It's ridiculous. So they go to the Rose bedroom to pack up Raven's stuff, and they're like, damn, she is dirty. They find like all this candy and stuff and like garbage stored away in the drawers and stuff, and they're like, what the hell? But then there's some game talk too. So Alex is saying one of us is going to be next if one of those guys wins the HOH. Yeah, you. Because Paul's with them. So at this point, Alex really believes that it's her and Paul against everybody else. And Paul is going along with it. They both say, like, if I get clipped, you need to win this game. I want to see that happen. So Alex tells Paul, you're my ride or die now. And again, Paul is playing along with it. Okay, so then the feeds went down for the HOH competition. And during that time, we got to see the eviction interviews on the feeds. Jason is freaking clueless and still very confused about what happened. Because, I mean, Josh told him what happened during his goodbye message, but he's still really confused about it. Seems like he's pissed at Alex, he's pissed at Paul, he's pretty much pissed at everybody. He even said he wants to see Christmas win, just because it would be funny to see the girl with the broken leg beat everybody. But he was also very angry and bitter. He was talking about, like, holding people's heads underwater. He was talking about getting Paul in the bull riding arena with a bunch of bulls in there to get the crap beaten out of him. I mean, it was, like, a lot. It was not a good look. So then Ravens, she thinks that everybody got rid of her because she was such a huge threat to win. Let's move on. So the feeds come back after the competition, and we find out that Josh won HOH, and I put that in air quotes because I'm pretty sure that everybody threw it to him. So it had to do with the BB Revengers trailer that we saw with the previous house guests dressed up as their BB comic characters. So the house guests did not get their own BB comics yet. They're going to get that during this week's Power of Veto. But let's see. I'm assuming they had to, like, answer questions based on a video, and they released online too BB comics for the returning house guests. So, like, Dan, Giesling, Nicole, Victor, Frankie, Austin, Davon, James. Who am I missing? Caleb. I feel like there's one more. Who is it? I can't remember. There's one more. But anyway, that's a lot of fun. So, yeah. Josh is the HOH. There were a couple of quick chats in the kitchen. First of all, Paul tells Kevin, everything's fine. It's better that we didn't win that HOH competition because now we can compete in the next one. And Kevin's like, all right, well, what happens if Alex wins Power of Veto? Because now he knows he's going to be going up with Alex. He's saying, like, if she wins, is Christmas going to go up? Are you going to send me home over Christmas? And Paul's just like, just trust me and quit asking questions. So then Kevin says that he could have won that comp easily. I don't know. Alright, so then Kevin tries to talk to Josh in the kitchen a few minutes later, and he's telling Josh, like, good job. You gonna put me up? And Josh just nods. He keeps saying to Kevin, tranquilo. Tranquilo. And Kevin's just like, what does that mean? Josh tells him, just stay calm. We can't talk much right now. He says, I still love you, but I gotta stay away from you. I only have love and respect for you. He talks so much shit about him all the time. Whatever. So Josh would not say who's going up next to Kevin, but of course Paul has already hinted that it's gonna be Alex. So then after midnight, actually I think it was closer to 1 a.m., Alex got her HOH basket from the double eviction. She got a letter from her sister, photo of her nephew, she got beer, and she was really disappointed to get popcorn because she hates popcorn. They should have just given her, like, packages and packages of freaking hot dogs. She got socks, hair bows, and a pink hat. Okay, later, after 2 a.m., it was a late night, Josh got his HOH room. He also got a letter from his sister and some Justin Bieber music. He didn't like the pictures that they gave him. He said he looked like Rob Kardashian before he put all the weight on, or like Drake in one of them. I don't know. They're like, Josh, why don't you smile in your pictures? So then everybody was in the HOH room really late except for Kevin. They were all drinking Josh and Alex's beers, so they had 12 beers total. And they didn't offer any to Kevin so that they could all have more. So they're like, if we don't give any to Kevin, we can each have 3 because it was the 4 of them. Gross. So Josh, Alex, Paul, and Christmas all had a freaking grand old time getting drunk without Kevin while Kevin's downstairs by himself sleeping. And then today, the jerks were hungover. Okay. So, yeah, it was a really slow start to the day. They're going to have nominations at some point today, I'm assuming. It should be Kevin and Alex going up. Josh wants to tell Alex ahead of time. Paul thinks that he should wait until after the nominations. And then we were treated to a special little Josh monologue in his HOH room. Now, keep in mind, this was after a really long diary room session. So, I'm not saying that Josh is not capable of coming up with these things on his own, but it does seem like the DR has worked on him a bit this season. He's always talking about things that he's seen like in his dreams, which means diary rooms. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were planting seeds here. So he says that he would love to get Kevin out this week, but he knows that he can beat him in the end, so it's smarter for him to keep him around. And he also has to take Christmas's game into consideration here. He wants to make sure that she has a shot to make it to the final 3. And obviously she'd have a better shot going up against somebody like Kevin in the final competitions. So he also says that Christmas would turn on him if he takes a wild shot this week. A wild shot? Would that mean like Paul? So then he's saying, no, don't get me wrong, I love Paul. But he says he has to separate personal and game. And he says, I know I can't beat Paul in the end. Paul has played a masterful game. Everybody in the jury hates me. So he says the only way I'm going to win is if I take a shot at Paul. But do I do it now? Or do I wait until top 3? My God. Do you guys think that Josh would actually do this? I don't know. If you wait until top 3, it might be too late because Paul's going to be really damn good at those final HOH competitions. So I don't know if Josh is going to try to pull a fast one here. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens with the veto and everything. So make sure you guys check back later for nominations. We'll post them in the info for this video if they happen tonight. I'm assuming they will. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. Could be an interesting week. So let me know, and until tomorrow, much love.